Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our virtual 123 workshop. This is the parent-child workshop that we usually hold, and we're doing it virtually this year. Today, I have Alicia Chalk from Great Start Oakland County. She is a care coordinator there, and we're going to talk a little bit about child development. So, Alicia, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you do with Great Start?
Okay, great. Thanks, Ashley. Hi, everybody. How are you today? Whenever you're watching this, I hope that you're all doing well. And so, yes, as Ashley said, my name is Alicia. And as a care coordinator at Great Start, what we do is our main goal is to help families really connect them with resources, talk to them about development, any kind of questions that they have regarding their children. We go from birth to any age really, but from birth to about third grade-ish. Yeah, because according to our vision, our goal is to see children born healthy, to see them thrive and to develop, and to also to get to that reading proficiency by the end of grade 3. So that's our goal, to make sure that kids are off to a great start, really. And so connecting with families through our phone line and through live chat and whatever we can do to just help. That's our goal.
Cool. Thank you so much. So we're talking a little bit about child development today. So can you tell us a little bit about some common development milestones that parents should look out for at ages 1, 2, and 3 with their children?
Yeah, for sure. And it's so amazing. Before I started this job, I worked with MIHP, Maternal Infant Health Program, as a home visitor. And then I got pregnant and I had my own little child. So just watching her and the milestones, and also the things that we kind of talk with parents about and the things that we look for, is I'm seeing it at the same time as I'm talking to parents. So some of the things that you want to look out for at, say we're going to start at the age of 1, some things that you see are they respond to simple spoken requests. Some of the things, they start waving and playing peekaboo or pat a cake. Sometimes you'll notice that they're kind of shy around strangers. And one of the big things that we all like to look for, right, is when they start saying mama and dada. So those are some of the things within a 1-year-old, and also kind of pulling themselves up and walking, holding on to things, cruising. So those are some of the milestones for the age of 1. For the age of 2, we want to kind of start seeing them showing a little bit more independence, right? So they may start copying others or pointing to things that they name, and using 2 to 4 word sentences, saying things such as mama pee-pee, or mama all done, or daddy car, things like that. So they'll start using 2 to 4 word sentences and playing simple make-believe games. And that's some of the things that you can kind of start looking at, right? And you also may see that they're starting to maybe climb up a stair, right? And then for the age of 3, we want to start looking where they start showing affection for friends without prompting, and they're kind of showing a little bit of empathy, right? So if they see maybe some of their friends are crying, or people that they know, they are concerned. And then we start seeing some things where they are able to name a friend, maybe they know names, right? They're doing puzzles with 3 to 4 pieces and things of that sort. So, and building towers, right? So those are some of the main milestones that you can start to look for. Now, I didn't name them all. There are a lot more that you can look for. And one of the things that we do is we look at the CDC website. So you can always look on the CDC website for milestones if you have any questions, or want to see more of the milestones that that they can be doing. Even if you go back to 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, those kind of things.
Cool. Thank you. Those are some really fun things to look forward to as parents, for sure, especially like the crawling and walking and starting to say mama and dada. So what are some practices that parents can do at home to encourage healthy development?
Yeah, so Ashley, at this moment, if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. One of the things at Great Start that we actually have is a website that you can go to, and it has a lot of great tips for families and things that you can look at. And if you'll see, the website is greatstartoakland.org. And it's so easy to navigate. I love what they've done with the website. Our associate director here, Christine Hodge, she works on this website and it is amazing. And so one of the things is really easy at the top, you see says families. And if you go over to family resources, and it'll take you here. And there, as you see, it's a lot of already things. You already have what it takes, but it helps to be connected. So one of the first things that I want to click on right here is early learning for ages 0 to 5. And these will list some tips and things that you can do at home to help with development. One of the first things that pops up is the sing, say, point, play. We have those, I love them. They have them as stickers and bookmarks, and you can almost see them a little bit of everywhere, even at our job. And what I love is that it's something simple. You don't need any tools. You don't need to go out and buy anything. You don't need to have an education degree or a social work degree or anything of the sort. You have what it takes as a parent. So some of the things, right, it says singing, just sing. Sometimes kids don't know what you're singing. You can make up a funny little song as long as it has a nice high pitch, a nice little rhythm. It doesn't even matter. They'll think that you are Frank Sinatra or Cher by the time you're done singing. And it says you can just make up silly songs with nursery rhymes. Also play. I skipped one. Say. Kind of helping your child to start to talk, hearing you speak. They mimic you. Pointing and playing. So it helps to develop them in such a powerful way. And so that's one of the things that we like to point to. And if we go back up, there are also some other sites that we mentioned here, such as Vroom. And I'll show you somewhere else where we kind of tag Vroom at. Bright by Text is amazing. I'm sure you know, and as a new parent myself, I loved Bright by Text. They send you text. I think they send about 3 or 4 a week. And it just gives you some little things that you can do at home, things that you can be looking forward to. So it kind of helps in that way. 0 to 3 is a great website. And then I want to go back up because I don't want to take too long, but one of the things that I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Everything on this website is just amazing. But parenting tips also is something that is amazing. And then if you go to, I'm gonna scroll down to 1, it says dancing feet, and it shows ages 1 to 2, and it shows Vroom. And if you read more, it's nothing long and exhaustive. It's something simple that you can read very quickly and what you can do with your children at home. So I think that that's an amazing way to start off with helping with development.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, those are some great tips. And just so you know, Orion Library does participate in Bright by Text. So we do add some community messages. So if you do sign up through either Great Start or Orion Library, if you're in our service area, you will get texts from us as well. So we talk about our programming and all of our fun stuff, like our baby story time and anything else we have for young children. So thank you. So what is there anything that you can think of that parents often worry about that might be a normal part of child development?
Yeah, so I mean, all parents do it. We are human, right? And I think one of the main things that that I remember, especially reading through the Bright by Text, but also being reminded of while I'm at work, is that we look at other children. It's just, I think that's human nature, right? To compare, right? And what we do is we see some friends or we see an older child, this isn't just for parents who are new parents, but these are parents sometimes that have maybe 4 or 5 children, and you're comparing them to another child or to someone, an older niece or a nephew. And you say, well, they're not doing this. But I think it's important to remember that every child develops at their own range. They know what's best for them, and just whatever happens, it works within their it works for them. And so, but some of the things that I have noticed where not besides the comparing piece is that, let's say, sharing, right? We all want our children to share. We kind of get a little embarrassed, right? When our child walks, I know I'm going to use me for an example, right? So my daughter, she just turned 1 in October, and we have a lot of little nieces and nephews. And so she has 2 nephews, they're twins, and they are 1 year old. And so they may be playing with a toy, and she'll walk up and she'll want to just snatch it right out of their hands. And I'm like, oh my God, I get so embarrassed. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You have to share. But she doesn't know anything about sharing. Same for ages of 2, so they're not at that level yet. Another thing is maybe talking, right? We're all so eager for our children to talk. And sometimes there are some letters that they just are not able to form yet. So like, I'm going to use, for example, just mama, right? So it's easy for the children to say dad, 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 dad. It's easy, but mama takes a little bit more. And so we're always looking for maybe the child to say mama first, or even saying letters such as S, like Sam, or F, like Frank or fridge. And so we have to just kind of be patient. Those are some of the things that it's just like, okay, just slow down. So those are some ways that we kind of are a little overzealous and just like, my child isn't doing it yet. What are we going to do? We're panicking. And one of the things that about our phone line that I just love so much, because parents, it's normal, but I love that parents can call in for that support. I love that you all can call in and we just say, okay, let's just take a breather. Let's just breathe real quick and know that you're not alone, but also know that, let's calm these fears a little bit. These are some of the things that your child should be doing and not be doing. So, yeah.
Thank you. That was a great answer and a great segue into my next question.
Oh, great.
So that's great to hear about the hotline that people can call into. But what are where can parents go for more information if they are concerned about their children's overall development?
Yeah. So I will touch on the phone line, and but the first place is maybe your doctor, right? That's the initial place that you kind of want to go and talk to your doctor and get, maybe see what concerns are. But because our phone line is there and because we are Great Start and we're talking about development, I do want to show, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again so that way you all can see. And it's so simple for if you do have some concerns for your children and what to do. And so we're still at greatstartoakland.org, and it's still within this families tab. You just want to go on over to help me grow. And that's simple enough to remember because our children are growing up and we want to help to make sure that they're growing right? So, so that's simple enough to remember. If you do have questions or concerns, or you want to know if your child is developing on target, we have a screening tool, the Ages and Stages questionnaire. And you'll see here, curious about your child's development. And you can, it says, take a few minutes and answer some questions about your child, 0 to 5 years old. One of our friendly care coordinators will take a look at your child's individual scores and reach out to you with results and resources within a few days. And I'll show you, we have a tab that helps you to see some of my coworkers and colleagues. So you'll know that you're not talking to a robot. You're not talking to someone that that's just in another city or country or whatever, but you have someone that's here and you have a face to put to it. So at any rate, if we go down and we see ASQ3, it's in English and in Spanish, and the ASQ just stands for Ages and Stages questionnaire. And then we also have the ASQ SE2. So the 3 will answer questions about fine motor, gross motor, communication, problem solving, and personal social. Okay, and so when you click on that, it just takes you here and it gives you a little something to read very quickly, and it tells you down here what questions you'll be answering for what development, and you just begin to fill out the questions there. And what we suggest is that you fill out both the ASQ3 and ASQ SE2, because the SE2 is the social emotional. So it lets you know where they are with their social emotional development as well. And so this is a place that you can start. It doesn't take long at all. And once you fill out these forms, me or one of my coworkers, we will give you a call and we'll go through the results with you. And if there are any kind of resources that you need, whether it be a home visitor, right, for a fussy baby, or you need a maternal infant health program or a nurse family partnership, want someone in there with you one-on-one in your home, then we can connect you with that. If you're needing resources for speech therapy, occupational therapy, or if you need those resources, we're there to help to connect. And if you just need a breather, then that's what we're there for as well. So that's what's so great. I'm going to go back to this website. So if that's somewhere that you can come if you have any questions about your development. And there's no question that's what some people say that, oh, this is a stupid question. There are no stupid questions when it comes to your child, because you're with your child all the time. And so even if we do have fears and things that maybe, okay, they shouldn't be doing that yet, you still want that support, and you still want to make sure that your child is getting off to a great start, right? And if you see something that you're concerned about, why not go ahead and call and go ahead and make that move? Because that way you're making sure that if there is anything, then they're able to get that great start and they're able to start getting that help that they need right away. We call it early detection. You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely make a move when you have any questions. It's doesn't hurt to seek out more information
at all.
But are there any other common questions you get from parents about child and their development?
So I'm trying to think of the questions that I've had in the past. I think so besides the development questions that we get all kinds of questions. We get questions about preschool. We get calls about childcare. We get calls about food, and those different kind of resources. And so any question that you have, any development question, whether it be parenting groups, maybe somebody wants to be connected with a parenting group. I love that we are open and we are there as a network for the parents to be able to call in. I want to show you something. It says right here, call or text, and that's our phone number, 844-456-5437. We have a calling number, and we also have a text. And but then also we have this feature down here. If you see where my little cursor shows a finger, dialogue box, it's for us. We have a live chat. And so you can get someone almost any time of the day with any questions. And I want to show you very quickly, if I can, I was saying earlier that I wanted to show you just my colleagues, so you'll know that you're getting a real live person. So we have here myself, then we have Courtney Gupta, we have Christine White, and Jessica Trotter, and they are all amazing care coordinators. Jessica, she actually works with our local leadership group, so we get questions regarding home visiting as well. But all of these women are so knowledgeable about so many things. They've been working in this field for so long in different capacities. And so any question we're open for. I don't think that there's anything that we all have not heard before. And so, yeah, so definitely feel free to call us. Like I said, we get all kinds of questions. I know I had a question from a mom who is a mom of twins, right? And so what she mentioned was that her two boys, one is saying dad, and the other one is not as much. And so, again, that's another area of concern for her. And so, it just, we're able to kind of just calm her fears a little bit, let her know. So, sometimes twins, they have their own language, right? Sometimes they're like, I don't need to talk to you because we're talking to each other. And so any question that you have, we're there for.
Great. So is there anything else you would like to add to about child development? Anything that Great Start offers that you can tell these parents about?
So I think I mentioned earlier about the parenting groups and just the network of early childhood services. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I want to reiterate that at the Great Start Collaborative, we are just connected with other early childhood services. We're just a network and a group of services around the county of Oakland. And so whether you need a doctor, whether you need, like I said earlier, a speech therapist or occupational therapist, or if you want to be connected with a nurse on call, or you want to be connected, we have at Great Start, we have Parent Coalition. And so the parents are able to come and be a support to one another, but they're also offering up a lot of different information and, they're offering up some, what is the word I'm trying to think, we're talking side. But they're offering about programs that we offer and how that we can make them better for the parents in the community. And so that's one of the things that I also like. So anything that you want to be connected with, again, just call us. And then just also, I want to remind parents everywhere that you have what it takes. You have what I just want. That's something that I want to leave parents with, because sometimes we can be hard on our own selves. We are our own worst critic. And so I just want you to take a breather today, pat yourself on the back, and just tell yourself, even if you have to go look in the mirror, I have what it takes. You already have it. You are a rock star all on your own. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue giving that baby the best start ever by being the most amazing parent ever, as you already are. And we're just here to help support. So whatever you need from us, feel free to call us, feel free to text us, or feel free to live chat us, and we will get back with you as soon as possible.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Alicia. That was some great information that hopefully some people can find of use. I know they will for sure. So again, we hope you have a great day, and thank you so much.
Thank you all so much for having me, and I wish you all well, even throughout this pandemic, right? But we're gonna make it. We're doing great. Okay.
Thanks again. We are gonna make it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.